Have you ever stopped mid-argument, mid-silent treatment, or maybe just mid-scroll on a dating app, and had that sudden chilling thought, why do I keep doing this? Why does love, this thing that is supposed to be simple and good, always feel like a complicated, high-stakes negotiation? I have sat with so many people, in consults, across a bar table, under the dim light of a late-night conversation, and the confession is always the same. Our adult relationships are just a rerun of our childhood's greatest emotional hits. It is almost impossible to talk about the way we love today without talking about the little person you used to be. Every flicker of anxiety, every urge to pull away, every piece of drama we create, every time we choose the wrong partner, it all comes straight out of the old script. The one written before you had a pen in your hand. We are talking about attachment styles, but please do not let the clinical terms scare you. Think of it as your original love blueprint. It is the lesson your young self learned about how the world responds when you cry. Let us be truly lucid about this. The way you showed love, sought comfort, and handled conflict in the first few years of your life is literally dictating your dating life right now. And understanding this is not about blaming your parents, it is about finally giving yourself the insight, the breath, to change the ending. If this is your style, your blueprint was built on consistent availability. What your childhood said, I am here, your distress is manageable. When you cry, I will comfort you, and when you are ready, I will let you go explore. This is the golden ticket, but it is not about being perfect. It is about being predictable. You had caregivers who, most of the time, were responsive. They were not just physically present, they were emotionally present. You learned that when you reached out, the hand was there. When you pushed away to play, they stayed put. You are the one who can actually enjoy intimacy without constantly looking for the fire escape. You are comfortable with closeness, but not afraid of space. You can talk about your feelings without fearing the end of the world, and you can listen to your partner's feelings without taking them as a personal attack. Your partner's independence does not trigger your anxiety. It is a source of pride. The secure adult trusts that love is a safe base, not a prison cell. They are the quiet evidence that love can be simple and consistent, not just a dramatic adventure. Now let us talk about the style that is constantly starving for proof, the anxious preoccupied. What your childhood said, maybe I am here, maybe I am not. You need to earn my attention. Your caregivers might have been inconsistent. One minute they were warm, engaging, and present. The next, distant, overwhelmed, or focused on their own crises. The child learned a brutal, exhausting lesson. The only way to guarantee connection is to be loud, clingy, or constantly in need. You developed what we call protest behavior. You had to work for love. It was a slot machine. Sometimes you hit the jackpot of affection, sometimes you got nothing, but you kept pulling the lever. In your relationships, you are the detective, the overthinker, the one who sends multiple messages and then deletes them. You are desperately seeking high levels of intimacy, terrified of abandonment, and always preoccupied with the status of the bond. That intense neediness you feel is not your adult personality. It is the echo of the little you, frantic that the caregiver might disappear again. When your partner is quiet, you do not hear silence, you hear rejection. When they need space, you do not see independence, you see the beginning of the end. You learn that love is volatile, and you must constantly monitor it, because that is what you had to do to survive emotionally as a child. This is the exhausting cost of a love that was given to you in unpredictable bursts. For the avoidant, intimacy does not feel safe. It feels like a trap. What your childhood said, do not bother me. Deal with it yourself. Your emotions are too much. These caregivers were often dismissive of emotional needs, valuing stoicism and self-reliance. When you cried, they told you to tough it out or simply left the room. The child made a protective decision. I do not need anyone. It was not true, but it was necessary to survive emotional neglect. To stop the pain of not being seen, they learned to deactivate their own need for connection. They became a self-sufficient exile, and that extreme independence became their armor. As an adult, you are the one who needs a lot of space, sometimes to the point of emotional unavailability. When things get serious, you feel overwhelmed, suffocated. You prioritize freedom and space above the relationship. In conflict, your deactivating strategies appear. You shut down, you walk away, or you minimize your partner's feelings. You may idealize the fantasy of a perfect relationship while pushing away the real one you have. Deep down, intimacy threatens that old belief. Dependence is dangerous. Your heart is simply obeying the original command. Run. And now the disorganized style, perhaps the one born from the most painful and chaotic circumstance. What your childhood said, the person who is supposed to keep me safe is the person who is scaring me. This style often arises from environments where the caregiver was a source of fear, abusive, volatile, or completely unpredictable. There was no consistent logic to follow. The child system breaks. Their instinct is to run to the caregiver, but their reality says the caregiver is the danger. They get caught in a loop, approach, retreat, approach, retreat. As an adult, you are the ultimate human contradiction. You are desperate for love and intimacy, yet terrified of it. Your relationships are defined by confusion, intensity, and emotional whiplash. You move from intense closeness to sudden distance. Your partner may find you irresistible one moment and confusing the next. You hold both an anxious fear of abandonment and an avoidant fear of closeness. Your nervous system never learned how to integrate two basic emotional needs: be safe and be loved. You are running a script where every good thing is also a potential threat. So have you ever wondered how your childhood affects your relationships? The question is not if it affects them, but how deeply it writes the score. The point of this lucid confession is not to label you or your past. It is to give you the most powerful tool for change: awareness. You cannot heal what you refuse to look at. You cannot change a script you do not realize you are reading. If you recognize yourself in the anxious hunt, the avoidant retreat, or the disorganized chaos, know this: that is the little you, doing the best it knew how to do to stay safe. Your job now, as the lucid adult, is to step in. It is time to recognize the pattern. Pause, take that deep breath, and choose a different response. Choose to stay when you want to run. Choose to soothe yourself when you want to panic. Choose to use your voice when you want to disappear. Because the truth is that while your childhood wrote the first draft of your love story, you hold the pen for the final edit. And you deserve a happy, safe, and authentic ending. Thank you for sharing this space with me. Now go reflect. And breathe. This is Isa Thoughts. Thank you for sitting with me today. Until next time.